Good evening, everyone.
Welcome to Weekend Update. I'm Michael Che.
I'm Colin.
Walmart announced that members of its Walmart Plus subscription service will be able to take advantage of Black Friday sales 4 hours early. Experts believe it could be the most violent gathering of Walmart shoppers since January 6th.
After weeks of intense media scrutiny, Facebook is reportedly planning to change its company name. So if you want to know how Facebook is handling the pressure, the answer is exactly as well as Kanye. A video was posted of a recent Smash Mouth. A video was posted of a recent Smash Mouth concert in which, a recent Smash Mouth concert in which the lead singer is seen slurring his words, doing a Nazi salute, and threatening to kill an audience member. And it gets worse. He then started singing.
At his CNN town hall, President Biden discussed the importance of addressing mental health, saying, "A broken spirit is no different than a broken arm." Well, if I keep betting on the Giants, I'm going to have both.
Well, this is our Halloween episode, guys. So I wanted to start by showing you the most haunting image I saw this week. No, not that, actually. That's just Kanye. Sorry, Ye. He goes by Ye now, even though no one looks at this and thinks, yay. The haunting image I was thinking about was actually this. A TikTok went viral of a squirrel that appeared to be holding hands with a woman. See, it's like Che always says, gay marriage is a slippery slope. The International Handball Federation's agreed to allow female players to wear bike shorts instead of bikini bottoms, but they're still insisting that refs use this whistle. Former President Trump was filmed doing the tomahawk chop at a World Series game in Atlanta. Native American groups said they found it extremely offensive to see their culture associated with someone who can't even run a successful casino.
Pfizer announced that it has developed an antiviral pill that can reduce hospitalization among COVID patients by nearly 90%. And even better, it makes you harder than trigonometry. Stephen Sweeney, the New Jersey Senate president, lost his re-election bid in an upset to a truck driver named Edward Durr. Coincidentally, Durr is also the New Jersey state motto.
Our top story tonight, like it's been for as long as I can remember, infrastructure. Last night, the House passed President Biden's $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, which should be enough to clean as many as 2 of LaGuardia's bathrooms. The infrastructure bill will also expand internet access across the U.S., which is great news because when has more internet ever been bad for America? I mean, come on. The guy just turned 79. Half the country already thinks he's senile. You can't drop all that on him the second he comes out of the gas. I honestly can't believe how well it went. Remember David after the dentist? I'm surprised we didn't get Biden after the colonoscopy.
On Friday...
It's not real, guys. It was announced that for the first time ever, Disney parks will feature black Santa Clauses, unfortunately as part of the Villains Parade.
Mel Gibson is reportedly in talks to direct a new Lethal Weapon movie. But if you want to see a broken down black guy team up with a handsome racist, just watch Weekend Update. A Washington, D.C. art school is postponing renaming its theater after alumni Dave Chappelle following his Netflix special controversy. Well, of course, because God forbid you should name a building after someone problematic in Washington, D.C. Meanwhile, my old high school insists on keeping the Michael Che Sucks Butt bathroom star.
Well, yesterday was a weird one for President Biden. He went under anesthesia for a colonoscopy, and when he woke up, the House had passed the $2 trillion social safety net bill. The Rittenhouse verdict was announced, and a woman had technically been president for the first time ever. And while Biden was processing all that, he was rushed off to pardon a turkey named Peanut Butter. In the latest episode of Gwyneth Paltrow's new Netflix show, Sex, Love, and Goop, a sexologist explained how people can experience full-body orgasms while fully clothed without touching, which is also what happens when your mom watches Bridgerton. This one, yeah, there we go. That's my guy. Because this week, former White House, I want to say, garbage man, Steve Bannon was held in contempt of Congress. But this is what Bannon wants. You know, it just plays into his whole persecuted Messiah complex, though Bannon is similar to Jesus in that he looks like he's been dead for 3 days.
The head of Chicago's police union is urging officers to defy the city's vaccine mandate, which is weird because usually Chicago police can't wait to take the shot. Walmart.
The FDA authorized the mixing and matching of booster shots and vaccines as we enter the just winging it phase of the pandemic. Seriously, when it comes to medication, when has your doctor ever said, just mix and match? It's all good. Taste the rainbow. Who's the head of the FDA now? Lil Wayne? It was reported that mothers in California are trying to pass on COVID vaccine antibodies to their children by making them smoothies with their breast milk. Oh, sure, but when I ask for that, I'm escorted out of Jamba Juice.
National Impotency Awareness Month began on Monday, and I, for one, thought it'd never come. Smith College has become the first women's college to eliminate student debt by replacing loans with grants, because the ladies should never have to pay. An 81-year-old pharmacist in Pennsylvania was arrested for allegedly trading drugs for sexual favors. Wow, so he's a pharmacist now. Oh, that's good. Republican Winsome Sears, seen here attempting suicide by cop, was elected as Virginia's first black female lieutenant governor. But this is actually a win for Democrats because nothing will get Republicans to support gun control faster than this picture.
In the wake of Republican success in this week's elections, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy announced that Republicans would introduce a Parents' Bill of Rights, which I'm pretty sure is just a sign you could buy at Home Goods. A professor at a college in Virginia is being criticized after saying that it is not immoral for adults to be sexually attracted to children. Find out why in his new book. Wait, hold on, hear me out. This week, the U.S. experienced the longest partial lunar eclipse in nearly 600 years. Scientists say the eclipse began when Yo Mama got on the trampoline.
New research shows that before honeybees are killed by murder hornets, they scream a rally cry to other bees, who sadly just film the attack on their phones.
A man surprised his girlfriend by bringing her on stage to propose to her during an Adele concert. Then they sat down and listened to an hour of songs about divorce. Matt Gaetz said his office would be open to hiring Kyle Rittenhouse as a congressional intern, because Gaetz has always loved teenagers who are willing to do terrible things. Steve Bannon, seen here ordering one new liver, please. Pfizer also reported Friday that its COVID vaccine for children is 90% effective. Meanwhile, Johnson & Johnson reported that their COVID vaccine for children is just Capri Sun.
A Star Wars-themed house has been listed for sale in Florida, but in Florida, Star Wars theme just means it was owned by siblings who kiss. After trying for several years, the New York City Commission voted to remove a statue of Thomas Jefferson from City Hall. They were finally able to remove it by telling the statue there was a hot black lady outside.
Also at the town hall, President Biden admitted that he has not yet had time to visit the southern border, though his approval rating has. Insiders are also saying that during meetings, President Biden repeatedly uses the F word in conversations. More concerning, the F word he keeps using is forget.
Senator Kirsten Sinema, who hates the attention, says she is opposed to raising taxes on the wealthy to pay for President Biden's agenda. Finally, someone speaking up for billionaires, because it's so hard to hear them from space. Donald Trump announced the launch of his own social media network he's calling Truth Social, but most people know it by its original name, the National Sex Offender Registry. A plastic surgeon posted a video on TikTok claiming that the rumor is true that the size of a person's nose has a direct connection to the size of his penis. Oh, so that's why Camilla's smiling.
30,000 people were locked inside Shanghai Disneyland after one visitor tested positive for COVID. So let this be a lesson to all you kids out there. If you aren't more careful about COVID, you'll end up living at Disney World. A high school principal has apologized for unsportsmanlike conduct of the school's football team after they beat another team 106-0. Apology accepted, said the Jets. With his victory, Eric Adams will become New York's second black mayor, not to be confused with the New York mayor who blacks out. Adams defeated Republican Curtis Sliwa, who will now return to his previous job as Emily in Paris's lawyer.
Democrat Terry McAuliffe lost to Republican Glenn Youngkin in the Virginia governor's race, but on the bright side, losers from Virginia usually get a statue. Political experts say that the Republican victory in Virginia's governor's race was fueled by support from white women who didn't go to college, which just so happens to be the same exact group I target on Tinder.
Surrendered to the FBI on contempt of Congress charges and said, "We are taking down the Biden regime." Well, I hate to break it to you, Steve, but I think Biden's got that covered all on his own. Bannon addressed his supporters in a live stream on Getter, a social media platform popular with Trump allies. Getter is named after what its users say whenever they see a woman walking alone.
Royal experts are saying that Queen Elizabeth's health has entered a different phase and the public may not see her until February. So you know what that means. New titties.
Colin. Thanks. That wasn't a dress. Anyway, a self-portrait by Frida Kahlo was sold at auction for the record sum of $34 million, a price that definitely raised some eyebrow. Some of my best work. Arizona Congressman Paul Gosar, seen here watching an interracial couple walk by, has officially been censured after posting a violent anime video that depicted him killing Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. But I don't know, he's a 60-year-old man who makes his own anime. When he heard he was getting punished, he was probably like, is it nipple clamps?
On Friday, Kyle Rittenhouse was found not guilty in the murder of two men during a Black Lives Matter protest. So hopefully he got all that shooting out of his system before he becomes a cop. Protests are being held all around the country in response to the acquittal of Kyle Rittenhouse, which is brave because Rittenhouse just got off for shooting protesters. I don't know, maybe don't tempt him?